then. The shadows across the world were not cast by giants alone. A darker eclipse spread through humanity. Knowledge stolen from the vaults of heaven. Secrets never meant to mingle with mortals. Under Azazel's instruction, the quiet earth was carved open. Men learned to draw ore from the deep places of the world, melting and shaping it into forms that gleamed with lethal promise. What had once been tribal conflict, bound by the limits of flesh and stone, transformed into systematic killing. Steel gave structure to hatred. War became a craft, a discipline, a cult. But Azazel's corruption did not end with the forging of weapons. He unveiled the mirror, the powders, the dyes, the art of antimony that darkened the eyelids and reshaped the gaze. Precious stones were taught to gleam with deceptive...
With these arts came a subtler rebellion. Appearance became a mask. Desire, a tool. Seduction, a strategy. The manipulation of beauty twisted the bonds between man and woman.
Through Azazel's teachings, humanity was reshaped from within. The giants ravaged the world with brute force, but Azazel's gifts corrupted its soul. The earth groaned under the weight of violence.
City. The corruption that spread across the earth no longer belonged merely to flesh or soil. It seeped into the unseen architecture of the spirit, carried by the Watchers who had traded their...
Semjaza, chief among them, opened the first gate. He taught the cutting of roots, the crafting of enchantments, the subtle manipulations that bent the natural world toward hidden ends. What had once been the...
Armoros followed, revealing the art of dissolving spells, power kept for the guardians of the heavens. With that secret, humanity learns to unbind as easily as...
Azazel unveiled the secrets of heaven, teaching men to read destinies in the wandering lights. Kokobiel went further, mapping the constellations in their hidden threads. The hymn of the sky became a...
Arakiel revealed the signs of the earth, the tremors and omens buried in stone and soil. Shamsiel exposed the pathways of the sun, turning the rhythms of day.
In receiving these teachings, humanity crossed its own threshold. Innocence gave way to ambition, humility to hunger. The stolen secrets let mortals bypass the slow wisdom of providence. Divine...
Thus the corruption became complete. The giants ravaged the world with their bodies, but the Watchers corrupted it with their knowledge. Humanity, once merely a victim of celestial rebellion.
The ledger of transgression stands like an indictment carved into stone. Metal, star, storm, spell. Each line once a promise of wisdom, now a record of rebellion. What should have been light to...
Humanity does not rise with these revelations. It sinks. Technical brilliance blooms in soil stripped of righteousness, producing a civilization dazzling in skill yet hollow at its core.
The earth itself strains beneath the weight of this instructional evil. The forge glows not with industry but with violence. The constellations are no longer signs of wonder but instruments of manipulation.
By the time the Watchers finished their learning, the world below had learned their revolt. Heaven's fracture found its echo in the dust. Knowledge unjoined to virtue, power divorced from purpose, desire...
This corruption does more than darken the age. It seals its fate. The world becomes an engine of its own destruction. And the coming deluge is no longer a punishment alone. It is a necessary sterilization.